You're tuned to Vibes FM. I am Sarah C, and today's special guest is everywhere. I turn on Vibes FM, I hear him talking to Commander B. I finish my show on a bit of a high because DJs like to do that, and then Daddy Ernie comes in and drops an Alborosie on me. You know you're doing well when the artists they start the show, and he dropped two rock on me with the
Yes,
Barrett Hammond, and that's a big song to start a show. I interviewed Dwayne Stevenson the other
yes,
week, and he had a whole story to tell about you being an engineer at G Jam. I interviewed Makian the other week. Everyone's calling your name, talking about writing songs and doing things. I interviewed Kamar from Public Report, does backup singing for you on tour, had nothing but glowing thanks and gratitude to give to you. And it seems that you've been doing this so long that your links just run through almost everywhere in music. And it's almost like your testimony. So that's a really garbled, discombobulated introduction, but you are everywhere, Albo, and we're really pleased that you're here too. Welcome.
thank you. Thank you very much. We just put in the work, and it's a lot of work. Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm hearing you everywhere, which makes me feel that success is just building and building and building for you, and that's a wonderful thing to see. Unprecedented time, I think, it's almost that's the phrase of now, isn't it?
yes, it is an unprecedented time for sure. I'm glad we're doing well so far. My respect to all the people at last, dear beloved people, and so we have to be mindful of different situations, which is maybe me and you we're good, but there's other people that going through separation. So you know, just sending out love to everybody, affected by the unprecedented time.
Yeah, and I think quite often making a joyful noise. I sort of ran a policy of I didn't really try to focus on this. I tried to kind of keep happiness because I feel that our job is to try to lift people up. And it's not to say that people aren't going through struggles, but sometimes it's good just to hear a joyful noise or hear something positive or inspiring. And I think that you struck precisely that chord with that track.
Yes, like myself, the first couple of months um, in the pandemic, and then with the lockdown, I was not really like pushing out too much and too hard with the social media and the whatever, because I felt like it was a moment of meditation. And not necessarily kind of feel a way to just lock down. So my thing still have to go, and I have to be out there and present. My thing is more mindful of people emotions and time to do what you're supposed to do. And also there's a time to just sit down and relax and watch. And that was my watching time. I wrote songs, and and one of them was unprecedented time.
And I think in the meditation side of things too, that maybe that was where you were tapping with listen to the waves. Slightly bad connection. I don't know if you can hear me, but it's oh, hello.
Hello.
Mm.
Sorry about people calling me every second. It's crazy. It's yes.
It's
Can you hear
life.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. It just kind of goes in and out a bit sometimes. Oh, I lost you completely. Yeah, a long time in. Mm. 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 Mm.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. We have internet problem because I'm in Portland on the hill, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of internet issues here and whatever because I'm right with it above the sea.
Yeah.
Because I
It must
took
be
like
dreadful.
I took like a 7 days vacation just to free up my mind and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
It's a good idea.
So then I was saying then came listen to the waves. Well, listen to the waves. To be honest with you, unprecedented time. I listen to the waves. Listen to the waves. I never really put out these songs to artists put out singles and music whatever, but I release these songs more like for the message, not for the. I never really plan to. I never really have no expectation when it comes to I put out a song, it's doing well, how much views and likes and whatever. It is for the message, it is for the cause, because remember, I'm a reggae artist, right? And reggae carry a message, a tradition of revolution in there, politics, social, so that was the right moment and the right time to put out these songs, just to witness the time, just to be in tune with what is going on right now. And that's why I put it out. In fact, listen to the waves, the Black Lives Matter, the protests in the United States. And also something that I sing over the past 25 years, the police brutality and all of that, the system and injustice and all of that. I've been singing for years and years and years. But the Listen to the Waves now, we put it out free download. That was also a sign of saying that, we're putting out music, but it's just a song that it's a meditation, it's a message. So you listen to the song and it's free for everybody. You understand?
Yeah. So it was
And
more of a communication, I thought, than
yes,
kind of releasing a
yeah,
song.
yes. The two songs, Unprecedented Time and Listen to the Waves, definitely are communication songs. Now the Jo Mersa, the Shark Attack, now we entering now into the traditional release of singles and stuff. But the first two, it's more like, I want to say something about what is happening around me.
I think you struck the notes perfectly and precisely. And I think both of the videos really helped. And you could literally
Yes.
just sit there and penny the whole thing and the meaning and get to it. And equally so with the Jo Mersa. The lyric video was brilliant.
Sarah, I've noticed because of this at this time, right? Um, music changed, right? And expectation changed also. So artists, they are very nervous to check like the numbers, the likes, the views, and number one, number two, number three, number four. But I'm used to the music that have a message into it. And so a lot of time I want to put out a song with a meaning, with a particular message that I would like to communicate with people. Um, so not necessarily have to put out something that have to be, something that must come back with a profile or some numbers or some whatever. So in this time, the truth, the righteousness within the music, it kind of find a little, it hard to push I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but it's hard to push the real message and be in the same field with a lot of artists that they're just pushing out music backed by big labels because they have to sell, because they have to collect
Yeah.
views and likes and whatever. So, it's like you have an Italian trattoria with 10 tables, and right around you have a lot of McDonald's and Burger Kings and whatever, but you want to go ahead with your authentic Italian cuisine just for views and because of the quality, but you're surrounded by big chains of restaurants and whatever. So it hard to stand up. It hard to send a message, clear message out and say, yo, we need reggae, we need message, we need to witness the time, we need to bring back a little bit of humanity into the music, and we need a little bit of righteousness and positiveness, and this is what, at least this is what I'm trying to do, to send out a message.
Yeah, I think every situation is, I try to pitch everything like this in my own brain. Every situation is an opportunity to show the world who you are. And you just have to
Yes,
decide who you want to be, really. And there's nothing right and nothing wrong. It's just, who do you want to be?
I just want to push out my contribution. I don't necessarily want to, tell you who I am and whatever, but I know by singing about Black Lives Matter, I know that singing about the COVID or you coping with the COVID, isolated like a convict, this is a movie where zombies, like, I know that I'm sharing with you a feeling, I'm sharing with you something that, and that is what I want to push out. It's that is the tradition of reggae music,
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. And I noticed that for Unprecedented Time, you're still working with Aston Barrett Jr., Tyrone Downey, and that's a link that's carried on from the Unbreakable project. Are they going to be working with you for your, I'm guessing, your next album?
Well, these are my
Right.
people. We working from a long time, and sometimes I do a song by myself, like listen to the waves. I did everything myself. Sometimes I call musicians and stuff. I love Aston playing the drums, and Tyrone play the keyboard. Tyrone is a genius, so there's always space for everybody. In my studio is always, these people are always welcome. And so before was the Unbreakable was under the umbrella with the Wailers, whatever. Now it's just, different musicians, passing through and leave something in there. It's like a photographer taking pictures of various people and various moments, So
Yeah, and speaking of photographers, we've got to credit where credit's due for Tony Fisher for that
yes.
video, for the Jo Mersa Ready video.
Well, I'm trying to create my own camp because, like, at least we can control the quality of what we do. We're growing, obviously. It is a process, a growing process. I growing myself, and because I learn daily. The best teacher is the forever student. So I grow daily, and Robert growing daily, and we're trying to create a camp, like, so we do music videos. We create a situation where we can communicate things and we keep it within our structure.
Yeah, you can see the teamwork. I saw when you were on tour that he'd be doing the videos after the gigs, and they always looked
Yes.
amazing. And I thought, what a great, I don't want to say
Thank you.
organization, but team that you all
Thank
really
you.
made.
And now we start to also get out of the Shengen production and Shengen video entertainment and whatever. We just did a video with Busy Signal for Busy Signal, so we start pushing out also to other artists, so we share. This is Jamaica is a small place, and I say we because I live here a long time, and I think that we must work together, especially in this time that obviously we cannot go on tour and to share the love with people. So we have to share the love in a different way. So we have to be very creative.
Yeah, I think that's actually a really good point, because a lot of artists have been struggling a bit with this whole live streaming, because it's you and the camera on your phone. And it's hard,
Well,
I think, to generate that energy from an audience. But if you could actually generate it between you all, this is genius.
I guess for many artists, it's mainly like a economic issue, because obviously when you do shows and tours, that's how many artists survive, with shows and stuff. Me, for myself, when it comes to myself now, I see this as a time where, get a little meditation going and clean up my closet, clean up my room, put things in place. And, every time you stop, it's just another start. But you have to make sure that when you stop, you stop. And when you start over, you don't start over from the same spot where you stop. You push a little bit further. And that's what I'm doing. I sit down and I say, okay, when it comes to the live, whatever, I have this in place, I have that. When it comes to this, when it comes to my message, my album, my label, whatever, I'm trying to put everybody to work, make sure that, you know, everything is working. And the only reason is that in life, we must work. Reggae people must work. Jaja people must work. Because if you don't work, what are you going to do? You have to work. We are not criminals. We're not going around and kill people or take things from people. So we must work hard to achieve what we want to achieve. No, you would say to me, what do you want to achieve? Just to share. That's my achievement. To share my experience, share my message, and make sure that people get it the right way. So I just contribute to the cause. That's all, a contribution. That's what we do.
Yeah,
and if
to
we can
live well and the people around
yes,
you.
yes, to build yourself and build the people around you and create positiveness. Because that's what we need.
We definitely need that. And the Shark Attack is, I'm guessing, one of your favorite Wailing Souls songs. And how on earth did you come up with the Wailing Souls? How did that happen?
The Wailing Souls, it was a fantastic experience. Because at first, you know, like VP and Greensleeves, they called me and said, yo, Albo, you know, we want to do an album with the Wailing Souls. I was like, oh, whoa. Like, you know, I've experienced with the older artists, right? Especially the one from Jamaica, you know. Sometimes it's kind of tricky because they are very skeptical. Like they are, you know, over it. I mean, an Italian man producing a legendary Jamaican band in Jamaica is kind of sound kind of different, right? But they know once they send me some demos and we start building the music. I have to give credit to Flabba. Flabba was there with me from the beginning till the end, and Flabba somehow is my partner in crime, and we also is also a great inspiration. And so Flabba was there, and once they start to hear the sound, because the sound, I had a vision when it comes to them and their sound, so I had to sell it to them. Not sell it in terms of money, but I had to sell the vision. Yeah. And they loved it. So when I said to them, yo, we need to make a remake of Shark Attack. You know, Pipe was like, Shark Attack, that's my hit song, you know, like, you know, whatever. I'm saying, yo, but you have to trust me on this one. Because the Shark Attack, for the time now, for just the vibe, and at first, I tell you the truth, I kept myself open-minded and say, I never really go to them and say, oh, I'm going to jump on it also as an artist, because I produced the rhythm already. But then I said to them, you know, maybe I could jump on it. And they said, yeah, you know, like, you know, and then we did it, and I think it's working.
I think it's lovely. Look.
Thank you.
I think it's lovely.
Yes.
I've got mine. Also on a 7-inch. So I was very pleased to see that. Proper Greensleeves style. And not surprisingly, a dub on the back.
Yes. Dub.
So that album will be coming soonish.
The
Wailing Souls album.
I don't really know the release date. But it's supposed to be, because I know that it's supposed to be now, like, you know, September, something like that, or around that time. I don't really know the release date. So, but it's supposed to come in this year, definitely.
We'll call it imminent. Imminent. It's my new word.
Yes.
It's due soon. And are there more dubs coming? I just can't imagine Alborosie and no dubs.
Oh, well, obviously we have the Wailing Souls in dub. Mm-hmm. We have 3 different dub projects coming out. And one of them is the Wailing Souls in dub. And there's a lot of dubs. I always have dubs. You know, I have my fridge. My fridge is full of dubs. My freezer full of dubs. I have dubs all over. So yeah, it's just I let them go at the right time.
Okay, so I don't even need to ask you what you've been doing since you've not been touring, because I think you've been really busy. But my busy is your, I think, take a few weeks off and just start recently.
Well, I recording music. I'm structuring my life. This is a new time, so as I
And
said to you,
genocide is a genesis.
Yes, yeah. I doing a lot of work, and not only music, also personal life. You know, I'm trying to finish up with some different, you know, on a human being level. Like I'm doing a lot of work. So I'm putting together all my pieces to make sure that my system is supported, especially when the rough water come now, and the sea and the wave. I want my arc, like you know, make sure say my arc, you know, it's built strong, solid against the waves. And we listen to the waves. Everybody must listen to the waves right now, because the waves are speaking, are saying something to us. So we have to listen to the waves. We're only people, you know, but we are special. Every one of us, me, you, everybody, special, and we must listen to the waves. You know?
Definitely must listen to the waves. Alborosie, I think the next people that hear that you're going to be producing an album for them will probably be amazingly grateful, because I think your catalogue and your works speak for themselves. If King Jammy wants to work with you, if the Wailing Souls, the Wailers, the list goes on and on and on. I think your credentials are very well set. We're really grateful that you've made some time to talk to us, and we wish you all the best in all of your restructuring and reorganizing, and we can't wait to see what comes next. You will keep us up to date, won't you?
Yes, you know, expect some new music, and obviously I'm releasing stuff, but expect a new album, not this year, next year. Yeah, this year kind of, you know, I just leave it to, you know, but next year we coming out strong, and so we just gonna push it, and we have more big tunes coming out after the summer. So stay tuned and follow my social medias and stuff. We're gonna let you know. It's always music with message, and it's always like learning process, because we learn daily. Sometimes we think we know it all, but we learn and we discover things daily while we're going, you know.
Brilliant. Alborosie, thank you so much. We wish you and the team all of the best.
God bless you, and thank you very much. Respect.
Thank you.